Hello everyone, my name is Theophilus Oluwape Alagbe. I'm the founder of Iamtheoart Studios, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can easily create a notebook effect in Photoshop. Whatever we create here today will be linked in the video description, so you can check that out. Alright, let's get in. So we are going to create a new Photoshop document, and we are going to use a 1080 by 1080 square artboard. So we'll name this notebook. Alright, resolution is still 300 pixels per inch, and our color mode is RGB. Create. Alright, so we're in, and the first thing we'll do is create a background for our document. So I'm going to come here and right click to choose the rectangle tool. So just going to drag that out. Our dimensions are 1080 by 1080, the dimensions of our artboard. I'm going to make sure that is centered to the page. So I'll come here and choose align to canvas. So I'm going to center that right there. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is to create the rectangle for our sheet, our note sheet. So I'm just going to drag that till I'm comfortable with the size. Alright, I'm going to change the color to a lighter color. So let me use this silk color. I'm going to increase the width to about 550 pixels. We align to center, and then I'm going to give this a soft rounded edge by just dragging out from this. Alright, so we have our template to work on for our note sheet. So the next thing we want to do is to give this a drop shadow. So I'm going to double click on this layer to open up the layer effects panel, and that's that. So I'll come to drop shadow here and click, and then I can adjust the parameters here to whatever I'm comfortable with. So the first thing I'll do is bring down size. Alright, then I'm going to bring down the spread too. I don't really want it to be too bold, so I increase the size a little bit. Alright, I'm going to drag it out. Oh yeah, yes. Then I'm going to decrease the opacity just a little bit. Alright, I think I'm comfortable with that, so I click OK. So now I have my rectangle for my note sheet. So make sure this is aligned to the center. Alright, so we also need lines. So I'm going to choose the rectangle tool again, drag that open. Alright, so still keep the fill on this orange color. Alright, so I'm going to round the edges, and I'm going to duplicate this line quite a number of times. So Ctrl J. So I'm going to duplicate like 6 or 7 times, and then I can just drag the last one. Let me duplicate one more time. I can just drag the last one to where I want this to end, making sure it's aligned, and then I can select all the lines. I can click the first one and hold down on shift, and then click the last one to select everything. Then I'll come here and align everything evenly, distribute evenly, and that's that. So I'll group this, Ctrl G. Alright, and then I can center this to the page. Alright, and that's centered. So Now I have to create the holes through the sheet, and that's the most important part of this effect, because normally I could easily come here, choose ellipse, and create my ellipses. And then I can duplicate this and distribute that. Ctrl Z, Ctrl J to duplicate, and then bring one down the middle here. Duplicate again and bring one down here. But this looks so plain. And then if my background isn't even, if for example I have a rectangle or a circle behind this sheet, let's say this circle is yellow for example, and I place it behind the sheet, you can see that you can't see through the sheet to see the background. So that's what we want to work on. So I'm going to hide this, and then as I've distributed my ellipses, I'm going to come to the rectangle, this particular sheet, right click on it and convert to a rasterized format. So I'm going to click on rasterize layer, and what I've just done by rasterizing the layer is to make it editable. So now I can cut parts of this shape away. It is no longer a shape, it's just a group of pixels now. So I'm going to click on these 3 ellipses, select all the 3 ellipses, right click and merge them, and then I'm going to hold down Ctrl and click on this area here to select the shapes. You can see that the 3 shapes have been selected. So then I'll select this rectangle, not holding down Ctrl or anything. I'm going to select this rectangle and just press delete, and then when I come and hide this, you can see that holes, I just press Ctrl D to deselect what I've selected before. You can see that now it looks like holes have been punched through the sheet of paper, and then you can see the drop shadow I gave to the shape. And if I unhide this ellipse, you can see it behind the sheet. Can you see that? Ctrl Z. Oh, and by the way, if you've been enjoying this video, you might like to subscribe to my completely free weekly newsletter. I write out every Sunday talking about issues related to the creative lifestyle. It's totally free and it will always be free. You can unsubscribe anytime. Use the link in the description below, or just go to iamtheoart.substack.com if you're interested. Alright, back to the video. So I can go on to add more ellipses. Let me add little small ellipses right here. So holding down shift to make sure the width and the height are the same, I'm going to create a little one here. Change the width to 15 and the height to 15. So I'm just going to make sure it's aligned a little bit. Alright, so now I can duplicate that, Ctrl J about 4 times. I'll bring the last one down here, and then I select everything and distribute evenly, and that's that. So I can duplicate this again, Ctrl J, and bring all of those ones down here, right here. So I just select everything, click on the first one, and then hold down shift and click on the last one, and I'm going to merge all of them, merge shapes, and then I'm going to hold down Ctrl and click on this area again to select everything, hide this, click on my sheet, my rectangle, and hit delete, and then it looks like I have punctured holes through that. Ctrl D to deselect. So if I unhide my ellipse now, you can see the ellipse right behind it. So you can place this note sheet on any kind of background and you still have the effect. So if I zoom out now, you can see this, and then I can change the color of the background to whatever color pleases me. So I can change it to brown, black, this, whatever color I'm pleased with. So I give this, for example, a green background right there. I can then give this a color overlay and also choose a shade of green to complement that. I can also change the color of my lines by selecting this. I can merge all of this into one shape to merge shapes. Double click on this and choose the color, and that's it. This particular file will be linked in the description below, so you can check that out. Any question you have, please drop them in the comment section and I'll do my best to reply and answer to the best of my ability. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.